Last lap of the last race of the entire season, Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton are tied on a point, literally tied, going into a final corner of the final Grand Prix of 2021. And then Verstappen wins. But here's what nobody talks about. It wasn't the win that impressed me, it was what happened after he lost the year before. After the crash, after the controversies, after everyone said he wasn't ready. He came back in 2022 and won 15 races. So today I want to get inside this man because whatever is going up there, I want it and I think you do too. First thing I noticed when I started studying Verstappen is how he talks after a bad race. Most drivers when they crash, when they lose a position, when their strategies goes wrong, you can hear it from their voice. The frustration, the blame and the ego. Verstappen, he sounds almost calm, almost curious. In an interview after one of his worst weekends, he said something that stopped me cold. He said, I'm paraphrasing, I don't drive to make people happy, I drive because I love it. Believe me, guys, that's not arrogance, that's detachment from the outcome. The Stoics had a word for this. Homo fati, love for fate. The idea that you control your effort, your preparation, your attitude, but you do not control the result. And the moment you start trying your happiness to result, you're already lost. Think about your own life for a second. How many times have you not started something? It may be a project or a channel or a conversation because you were afraid of how it turns out. Verstappen doesn't think like that. He gets in the car and he drives. The result is just an information, not an identity. So, the first lesson, separate your efforts from your outcome. Do the work fully. Realize the result completely. Let's speak about the pressure part. Now, here's something that most of the people get completely wrong about pressure. We treat pressure like an enemy, like it's something that happens to us, something to survive. But Verstappen treats pressure like a signal that something important is happening and important things deserve your full attention, not your panic stage. Look at Monza 2023. He qualified 6th, not first, not on the front row. 6th, for a driver for his level, that's almost an embarrassing position. He won the race. Starting 6th in a race where position at start almost always decides the winner, guys. When asked how he stayed so composed making those overtakes, he basically said, this is the moment I've been preparing for. Why would I panic? That hit me a lot. Believe me, guys, that's the reframe. Pressure means you're close to something real. Pressure means it matters, and if it matters, you should be focused, not less. The next time you feel the tightness in your chest before saying something or speaking out, it may be a presentation or a conversation or a decision in your life. Don't try to calm down, try to focus out. Lesson 2, pressure isn't the problem. Your relationship with pressure is the problem, guys. Let's speak about the brutal self-honesty. This is the one that I think separates Verstappen from almost other athlete on the planet. When he makes a mistake, he does makes mistake. He owns it. Humans are born to make mistake, guys. That's completely fine. In team radio mid-race, you'll hear him saying things like, yeah, that was my mistake, let's move on. Not in a press conference 3 days later on a radio while the race is still happening. That is an almost inhuman level of self-awareness, guys. And here's why it matters. Because the moment you blame something outside yourself, you hand over your power to fix it. If the tires are the problem, you can't do anything, guys. If you are the problem, you can do everything. I'll be honest with you guys. This is the hardest one for me personally. When a video doesn't perform, my first instinct is the algorithm or the timing, or people just don't get it yet. Sometimes that's true, but most of the time it's the title, it's the hook, it's something I could have done better. Verstappen taught me to ask one question after every failure. What was my part again in this? Not to beat yourself to get faster. So the lesson 3 is self-honesty isn't self-criticism, guys. It's the faster upgrade you can install in your brain. So let's bring this back. Verstappen is not special because he's fast. He's special because of what's happening between the years. He doesn't attract the outcomes, he uses pressure as focus, and he owns his mistake before they own him. Three traits, none of them require a racing car, and I think none of them requires talent you weren't born with. They're all just like a decision about how to relate your own life. Here's your one action for today, just one. Think about something you've been avoiding because you're scared of the result. And ask yourself, what would I do right now if the result doesn't matter? Then go do that thing, guys. Thank you for actually watching my video. If this video makes you think different about anything, even just one thing, hit subscribe, guys, because this is exactly what this channel is about. F1 isn't just a sports to me, it's a masterclass in how to live, and I'm just getting started. Bye.